Thursday marked the deadliest day of protests. At least 25 people have been killed in clashes with police, with hundreds more injured.
Lack of security in the rural areas of Bangladesh. The people who are fundamentalists are attacking the minorities.
Bangladesh is on fire. This is the moment when Sheikh Hasina was running away from Bangladesh, the Prime Minister of a country running away. Her security team told her that she was in danger and she would have to leave her luxurious bungalow immediately. She wanted to record a speech and pack her bags, but there was no time. But what made the Prime Minister resign and leave the country in such a hurry? And what does it have to do with minorities and education?
Fundamentalists are attacking the minorities.
I'll tell you in this video. The Bangladeshi government reintroduced a controversial quota system. But what is this quota system? Let me tell you. After Bangladesh gained independence, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman reintroduced a quota system in the civil services to honor freedom fighters. Initially, a lot of jobs were reserved for these groups and people from backward districts as well. Over time, the system evolved to include children and even grandchildren of freedom fighters. In fact, by 2010, 56% of government jobs were reserved, leaving only 44% on merit. In 2018, Bangladesh's quota system, which gave special treatment to the grandchildren of freedom fighters, sparked major protests. Students questioned, why should these grandchildren also get the benefits of their forefathers? The government was under pressure and they cancelled the system. But 6 years later, the High Court brought it back, saying its removal was against the law, leading to fresh protests. On July 1st, 2024, student protests in Bangladesh led to the Bangla blockade, stopping traffic and trains all across the country. What began as a simple protest against the quota system quickly became a massive thing out of control. In a press conference, Sheikh Hasina made things worse by calling the protesters as Razakars, a very bad term meaning supporters of Pakistan. This only fueled the anger more and the streets turned violent. In just 4 days, 100 students were killed, tanks were brought, shoot-on-sight orders were given. On July 21st, the Supreme Court tried to calm the situation by declaring that 93% jobs would now be on merit, only 7% on the quotas. But it was a little too late. The protesters wanted more. They demanded the complete removal of the quota system and called for the Prime Minister's resignation. The violence didn't stop. The protesters continued. They surrounded Sheikh Hasina's residence, and the PM, fearing for her safety, wanted to record a final speech and pack her bags and run away, but as I said, there were no time. In her final moments, she ordered the army to use force, but they refused. Realizing that she has lost control, she quickly flew off to India along with her sister, maybe planning to move to the United Kingdom where the rest of her family still stays. With Hasina gone, the Bangladeshi army removed the barricades and protesters stormed into her house, the office, even the parliament, taking away everything from crockery to even fish. With Hasina gone, the Hindus, who were known to support Sheikh Hasina's Awami League political party, became an easy, unfortunate target. There have been massive attacks on Hindus by Bangladeshi Muslims, which constitutes almost 90% of their population. Business, temples, shrines, houses, shops, all have been burnt to the ground. This is ironic considering that the interim leader of the country is a Nobel Peace Prize laureate.
The Nobel Peace Prize winner Muhammad Yunus is going to return there, we understand, on Thursday to become the leader of the nation's interim government.
However, this is nothing new in Bangladesh, as it has been constantly been unable to protect its minorities, unlike India, where secularism is far more protected. But the situation is also very serious for India, and you can guess it from the fact that all top officials are talking about it. In fact, there are rumors that some of this is fueled by China, after Hasina preferred India over China when she gave a port contract to Gautam Adani. China already has ports in a lot of strategic places like Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and several others around the Indian subcontinent, and this would have been terrible for India. An official also revealed that a Pakistani intelligence agency has been supporting Jamaat-e-Islami group in Bangladesh with money and resources, some of which is supposed to have come from Chinese Pakistanis. This is a big shock for India for two reasons. One, political instability is spreading in our Indian subcontinent. Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Myanmar, and now Bangladesh. Secondly, replacing Sheikh Hasina would raise the questions over Indo-Bangla relations, since it's uncertain how bilateral agreements would reach between the two countries. Governments fall, but political systems do not change that easily. One dictator is removed, a new dictator comes. So those people who say that this is a pro-democracy revolution in Bangladesh need to think twice. How the things will be, is Bangladesh doomed for the future? Who will sit in the chair next? Let me know what you think. But if you find such informative content useful, hit like and subscribe to let YouTube High know that this was good for you, and I'll see you in the next one.